Hey guys, what is up? We are here playing Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition, the newest release. I want to say it's the newest game in the Tales of series, but this is actually a re-release, a port, I guess you would call it. But before we get started, a little bit of story time, because my experience with this game is pretty funny, and I kind of want to know if anybody else went through anything relatively similar, or like what you guys would do in my situation. But essentially, this game, Tales of Vesperia, came out 2006 or something, I want to say. I don't know the exact time it came out, but it came out for the 360. When I first played it, I'm a huge Tales fan. When I first played the game, I didn't even have a 360. I had to borrow one of my friends in order to play it, but I did play it, and it was great. And in Japan, they released a 360, they released a PlayStation 3 version, which was updated. It had more plot. It had two more playable characters. It had a lot of arts and new skills and new titles and new weapons. It just like new everything and more everything. And it was we never actually received that version in the West. In the West. So that's what Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition is. It's the first game, or it's the first time in about 10 years that we actually get Tales of Vesperia. Has it been 10 years? How long has it been? I don't know. But it's the first time we're actually able to get a Western release of the PlayStation 3 port, which is all this is. It's the PlayStation 3 port of the game. And it's funny because this is one of my favorite Tales games of all time. I may say this in the Symphonia playthrough, but Symphonia and Vesperia are like really close, neck and neck. It's like my two favorite games. I feel like this Tales of Vesperia is like the epitome of Tales games before they started heading in a different direction after this game, starting with like Tales of Graces. But the old school kind of Tales style of like if you like Symphonia, like you'll love this game. Like I think if you love Symphonia, or if you like Symphonia, Tales of Vesperia is the farthest that kind of gameplay style goes, until things start getting a lot different. Tales of Graces kind of like marks a weird halfway point, I feel like, in the Tales of series, where games started leaning towards one side as far as like combat and just style, and then they started going to the other side. So it's like there's almost like two different gameplay styles. Like if you like Tales of Berseria, like you'll probably like Graces and then Xillia and Zestiria and all that stuff. But if you like Symphonia, you'll probably like everything from Vesperia backwards. Whatever, that's kind of beside the point. But anyway, so the story time thing is that just this last summer, right? So this game came out. Freak, now I gotta look it up. When did Tales of Vesperia come out? I'm not even sure. I want to say 2006, but I feel like it was before that. Was it? Come on, Google, don't fail me now. Oh, well, now you type in Vesperia and you get the 2008. Okay, it released in Japan in 2008, North America some other time. But so it's been about 10 years, okay? So the fans have been wanting a PlayStation 3 release of this game for some time, and I've been one of them, right? And the only way to like play the PlayStation 3 version was to basically to download an English patch of the Japanese version. And this English patch the English patch was a project by like a group of fans, and I remember monitoring their progress extremely closely, week after week after week after week, hoping for an update. And they took a long time because you're translating an entire game into English. And the idea was that since Namco, for some reason, just wasn't releasing the PlayStation 3 version, the fans would just translate the entire game themselves and kind of do like a patch, a way to play the PlayStation 3 version, but in English. And that's what I was waiting for. So after like years, they finally finished it, and it turns out the only way to use it, and the only way to play it was that you had to have, one, a copy of Vesperia from Japan, and two, you needed a very, very old version PlayStation 3 that's old enough that you can hack it, basically, in order to run the patch to make the game in English. So it was basically one of the first models of PlayStation 3s you needed. The big brick model, I don't know if you guys remember what it looked like, but it was like big and fat and had like the silver little plate with the PlayStation logo on the front, and like the buttons weren't actually buttons, they were just on the console. But that's the version that you needed, and I didn't have that version PlayStation 3, so I couldn't actually run it. So I didn't really whatever. I wanted to play it, but I kind of just watched it as like, oh, that sucks, I can't play it. So flash forward all the way, I hold out, and I'm always in the back of my mind, I'm like, man, like I wish I could just play the PlayStation 3 version. And I hold out until just this last summer, right? Just this last summer, I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to see if I can get my hands on a PlayStation. It shouldn't be that hard, right? So I looked up on Facebook Marketplace, right? I'm just looking at everybody who was selling PlayStation 3s, right? And I finally found somebody who was selling one of those big old brick PlayStation 3s, $50. And like the guy lived like an hour or so away. I was like, awesome. So I went ahead, got pre-ordered the PlayStation 3 version of Vesperia, got my $50, met up with a total stranger from the internet, risked my life. I could have died. He could have stabbed me and thrown me in a trunk. I mean, luckily he didn't. He was a cool dude. But yeah, I met a stranger off the internet just to get, it was at a freaking Hardee's, like the fast food place. So I got up with him just to get a PlayStation 3 version, just to hack it, which is also kind of a hassle. I had to have my friend help me out with that, just to run the PlayStation 3 version of Vesperia. So if you were around on this channel, like about almost a year ago, like during the summer, you would have seen I started a playthrough of Tales of Vesperia. It was the Japanese version, but English patched. And I recorded a lot of episodes, somewhere around maybe like 30 or so episodes. I was deep into this game. I love this game. And I was recording it, and I was having fun, and then guess what happens, right? After 10 years, like within the year that I decide, you know what, I'm gonna bite the bullet. It's been 10 years. Namco's never gonna release Vesperia in the West. I'm just gonna take it into my own hands. Gotta do what you gotta do. I love Tales of Vesperia, so I'm gonna, buy the Japanese version, get a PlayStation from the internet from some shady guy. He wasn't that shady, he was cool, but hack it, go through all these extremes, download this patch. Now I have two PlayStations, one that I have hacked that I only used for Vesperia, and I don't really care to do anything else, and then I have the one that I actually like use with a lot of my games and stuff. So I have this extra PlayStation 3 lying around, and within a year of me finally biting the bullet and taking these steps to play this game, Namco goes ahead and announces Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition. And it was the weirdest emotions. I was so happy that we were finally getting this game, but at the same time, I wanted to slam my head into a wall, because I just started a new playthrough. I was deep in it. I was loving it, and it was great. And I'm super excited to play this version, because at least it's official. But at least for the first part of the game, it's going to be very similar to me, because I just went through it not even a year ago. So that's my story. So I was just curious if anybody went through anything of the sort, or if people even knew about the fan translated patch. But I'm sure I can't be the only one, who finally was just like, screw it, I'm gonna play the PlayStation 3 version, hacked, translated, and then right as Namco goes ahead and announces this. But anyway, all that aside, let's get into it. I didn't mean to ramble, but that was just my story, and that's where I'm coming from with this playthrough. This is going to be a fun time, though. I'm super excited we got this end user license agreement, which I guess I have to accept in order to play this game, which is crazy because that was not in the original game. So let's go ahead and hit new game, and Yuri's gonna look. So let's go. Let's jump into this. I'm super excited though. Configure settings. I usually like having my text all at once, but we'll do fast. Keep it on normal. Keep that on. Everything's fine. I do remember changing some of this stuff because some of this stuff gets really loud, like the battle music, because I'm going to be doing commentary. I don't want these things to like, Jesus Christ, these controls are really sensitive. I don't want these things to like drown me out. Because sometimes I talk during battles and like the battle voices and sound effects can be extremely loud. Everything else should be fine. Yeah, there's no point. We can change the font. Is this Comic Sans? What is this? It does seem to fit though, so. Alright, we're good. Also, this game has... Oh. Maybe I won't talk during the cutscenes.
No one knows how far its lands and oceans stretch. For the people are no match against the hordes of monsters that crawl the earth.
Man, I love this game.
Barriers protect the cities in which we live, and we are completely dependent upon them for our survival.
So barriers keep people safe.
Generated by the Blastia. Blastia use the primeval power of air that fills the world to provide us with fire, water, and light. They provide us with everything that has made the Empire prosper.
Oh no! Doggos, why? Why so mean? Damn, nature, you scary.
Perhaps one day, we may even forget the threat of the vicious monsters lying in wait just beyond the barriers.
I mean, don't get too comfy. So here's where
the blessings of the Blastia.
Here's where the beginning of the story takes place.
Will bestow ever more prosperity to the world and peace to its people.
It's just like one of my animes. And now watch this, right? Yoink. Dude just took it.
Oh no. I don't get it. What could have happened to the barrier in this town?
So that's what happens when a barrier is taken. Oh no!
From the imperial capital, Zophius, bedrock of peace, we pray, may tranquility bless this world.
This is a really cool opening movie. And there's our boy. There's our boy. Best character in the series, yo. I also have a theory that this character is going to make it into Smash, but I'll save that for another episode. I'll rant about that.
This is not good.
Oh god, that's loud.
What's with all the yelling, Ted?
Yeah, Ted, shut up.
Look, the Aqua Blastia is broken again. And they just finished fixing it.
What's the big deal? Just leave it to the mighty Imperial Knights. That's what they're there for.
So, Yuri is our main character, voiced in the original Vesperia, in the PlayStation 3 version, he's voiced by Troy Baker, who you might know as a very famous, I guess, popular voice actor nowadays. Back in the day, not gonna lie, Yuri was the first time I've ever heard of Troy Baker, but that was 10 years ago. You know, he's had a pretty crazy, awesome career since then. Most notable was Joel, I think that's his name, from The Last of Us. The main gruffy dude. He voiced him. But yeah, Yuri's one of his. At least he's one of my favorite characters that he voices.
The knights, you know they never come to the lower quarter.
What about the heroic Flynn?
I already tried to get Flynn. They wouldn't even let me see him.
Oh, so I'm Flynn's replacement, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
Never mind that. Come on, we're short on people.
Ted, you get down here. They need your help too.
I'll be there in a sec. Yuri, come on already.
That's weird. He always comes running whenever there's trouble. This place is gonna become an aquarium soon if this keeps up.
Alright, so I guess we gotta go fix the Blastia. I guess the kid's kind of showing us the way. The Imperial Capital, Zaphius. So I hope you guys enjoyed that opening anime movie. I always thought it was really cool. There's our doggo friend, who hasn't been name dropped yet, but... Can I just jump out the window?
Yuri!
Repeat took the stairs. Yuri jumps out the window. Alright, I'm Yuri. Every day in the lower quarter. So this game has these things called skits. If you've never played a Tales game, they're just kind of like these little character interaction things. And in this game, they're fully voiced. So let's check out our first skit. Every day in the lower quarter.
First, the trouble with the knights yesterday. Now the Aqua Blastia breaks. Why does stuff like this happen every day in the lower quarter? I know. There's no use whining about it.
So, having these... this is a save point, by the way. Having these fully voiced skits is actually somewhat of a luxury new to this game specifically. Hey, what's up, dude? You got some beer or something? Anything you need for work should be lying around here somewhere. Take whatever you need. That sounds like there's some stuff here, but I don't see any stuff to take. In any case, the game before this was Tales of the Abyss, I believe. That game didn't have voice skits. Haha, I got an apple jelly. You always run back into the room. There's always some things to find. So, Vesperia, I believe, is the first game to have these fully voiced skits. It's definitely a bit of a staple now in Tales games. Like, if you've ever played anything past this, they're all fully voiced. But it wasn't always the case. So let's just be thankful. Let's just go back to a simpler time when we didn't have these things. Yuri, what are you still doing here? You're a young man. Hurry up and go give old man Hank some help. Move. That's a pretty dumb place to stand. You're in my way. My customers are waiting for the food. You're a little girl. Why are you working here? I guess this is your family or something. Yuri, you got to get yourself outside. The old lady will give you a spanking if you just keep hanging around. Oh, yeah. Why? There's no point in selling... Okay, I guess there's nothing really going on here. Did he just call me a girl? Okay. I've also heard that there's DLC in this game, but let's check out our boy. So this is our menu, right? A lot of valuable information in our menu. We have our money, playtime, a combo. We have where we're located, the time of day, which I don't think is super useful, but we can switch around our party, but right now it's just me. If we go to... these controls are really sensitive. Hold up. I gotta get used to this. Oh, I can just use the D-pad. Okay, I might just use that from now on. Anyway, we can look at our boy Yuri Lowell. We cannot change his name. That's interesting. In the 360 version, you could. Not that it really mattered. I never did it. But we have these titles, which We have Downtown Boy, a downtown Zophius resident wanted by the Imperial Knights, but he doesn't seem to care. Or Basic Swordsman, one who practices the basics of the Imperial Knights while incorporating his own style. They don't do anything yet, but some of these are costume titles which change our outfits. We don't have any attachments yet. We'll get some of those. We have the library, which gives us records of things. What else do we have? Just doing a quick tour. Cooking, which we'll get into later. We can cook, which heals us and strengthens us and gives us various stat boosts. Strategy is like figuring out what you want characters to do in battle. Skills, we don't have any yet. We'll explain that when the time comes. Items, just got a couple items. We have some magic lenses, which is cool. Equipment, everything's good. And arts, which is our special moves, which are gonna equip all to Azure Edge just for now. So let's get out of here. Oh, actually, right. That's the reason I came in here. There's actually, I heard there's DLC. Oh my god. This menu is... There we go. A lot of DLC. These are all costume titles, I believe. So I guess we'll just use Yuri's. And all that gives us our titles. Alright, these are all costumes now. These were all, I think, initially DLC costumes for the PlayStation 3 version in Japan, but, you know, they're just giving it to us from the start. Abyssal Inferno, this isn't about logic you can't possibly understand. Now is all the time I have. So this is Ash from Tales of the Abyss, Ash the Bloody. So that's a cool costume title. Just another Tales Not Back. Fedrock Knight Spirit, a knight who sets aside the absurdity of the military, follows his gut. That's, I mean, it hasn't really been revealed yet, but Yuri used to be an Imperial Knight. And this costume is specifically from the movie, which I was going to talk about. Reliable Senior, a senior from St. Vesperia High who's rough around the edges but comes through when you need him. That's a, what do you call it? School costume title. This costume always irked me because his boots are like two different lengths, and like that would kind of only make sense if he had two different boots on, but like look at the bottoms of his shoes, they're like the exact same boots, just one comes higher than the other. It's just I never really got that. Bimillennial, what the hell? Bimillenary Madness. Bimillenary Madness. I've never even heard of that word before. A Minoran man who originally wished for peace, but created only tragedies through his misguided efforts. So this is from something. I have no clue what this is from, but it's so specific that it must be another Namco game. Leave a comment if you know what the hell this is from, but it's pretty fabulous. Wandering Samurai, swordsman on a search for powerful opponents when one day his soul edge shard begins to go. Can you guess who this is going to be? Bam! It's the guy from the Game of Souls. Mitsubishi. Yeah, that's that's his name. Mitsubishi from Soul Corner, the Corner of Souls. The Gold Blade, set of gold armor imbued with a golden will that cuts through darkness swiftly and unhesitantly. This is just a cool outfit too. It must be from something. I have no clue what this is from, but looks cool. Light Fedrock uniform, lightweight, comfortable, and best of all, free. Knights enjoy some pretty nice perks. This is also from the Tales movie of him being a knight. So those are the basic DLC costumes that we have right now for Yuri. I'll go ahead and talk about everyone's once I get everybody in the party, but for now, we'll just keep that like that. Let's go ahead and do some plot-related things. The Aqua Blastia broke, huh? No surprise there. They only let us have old beat-up Blastia in the lower quarter. So they're like using shovels.
What's going on? Any sunken treasure down there?
Yeah, but you're late, so I'm not sharing.
Okay.
How nice.
Hey, it's sink or swim in this world. Looks like that blue-blooded mage we hired to fix the Blastia left the job half done.
Glad you could find the time to stop by, Yuri.
Take it easy with the water sports, old man. You're not getting any younger.
You're up next. Not afraid of a little water, I hope.
Yikes.
Come on now, put your backs into it. Heave! Whoa!
Inks is really going at it.
He feels responsible. He's the one who pushed the people to get the money together for the repairs.
I mean, it seems like you needed them.
And now he's the one who's all wet.
Everybody should have pitched in. If this is what happens when the Blastia
It's
breaks.
Inks' fault that mage did a two-bit repair job, though.
That's true. He even partied with his wife's keepsake to help raise the money.
So this little thing right here, I would pay attention to it. Not that specific line, but what's happening, because it's very early in the game and they're already setting up Yuri's character. You know, he seems to kind of be very bothered by a sort of injustice that's occurring, and they're kind of laying it on thick, talking about how Hanks is kind of the one that pushed to get the repairs done, and he parted with something special to him to raise the money, and this is what happens, right? How is that fair, right? That's kind of at the core. That's what Yuri's all about. So you can see he's a little PO'd right now. To the point where he may take matters into his own hands. Maybe not. But he wouldn't really be the main character of an RPG if he didn't, you know what I mean? See? Look at him. And I really love this. I love this kind of scene.
Hey, Yuri, if you're not gonna help out, stand clear. This is dangerous.
Hanks, did you see the Blastia core anywhere? You know, that shiny piece in the center?
Huh? Is it gone?
Yeah, the Blastia won't work with the core missing. That aristocrat who came to do the repairs was the last person to touch the Blastia, right?
That's right, Mr. Mordio.
And he lives in the royal quarter?
Yeah, so? Forget about that, Yuri. Give us a hand here.
Sorry, Hanks. I just remembered an errand I've got to run.
Hey, wait just a minute. You're not seriously thinking of going to Mr. Mordio's place, are you?
The royal quarter? Me? I wouldn't be caught dead going to a place like that. It gives me the creeps.
Damn it, Yuri! Just because you can do a few tricks with that Bodhi Blastia, you think you're invincible. Here's hoping he doesn't do anything crazy.
You know he's gonna.
Seems to cause problems when the lower quarter's involved.
Even the Knights have started keeping an eye on him.
Well, it's just an average day for Yuri. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Just an average day for me. So is there anything really to do? I don't think so. So let's just go ahead and go up. See what's going on. So we gotta find the Mr. Mordio. Stole our Blastia. So this is the middle quarter. As you see, we live in the low quarter. This is kind of middle quarter. You know, people aren't super fancy, but they're kind of more commoners. Well, no, we're the commoners. They're kind of more... This is the middle class, I guess you'd call it. We've got some art pieces up here. This is a way out of town, I believe. So we're not going to go there yet. Move. Guy in an awesome white suit. Look at the city. It looks awesome. It's a lot bigger than what we can actually explore. But here's a shop, right? We've got some good stuff on sale. We're going to buy all the magic lenses. Oh my god, with this controller. I'm about to use the Joy-Con, actually. I'm using a Pro controller. And I cannot navigate the menus with this deep... this control stick. I don't know if it's the Pro controller or if it's the it's the game or something. It's just so sensitive. But I just default to using the what the hell do you call it? I said joystick earlier, but whatever you call it. I kind of just default to using that to navigate menus and things. Yeah, I can't move with the D-pad, so I have to move it. Anyway, alright, so that's beside the point. So let's go to the upper quarter.
You there! Are you aware of the serious events going on in the world?
Who's that?
Over here, right here, I'm the Wonder Reporter, bringing you the articles about what matters most every day.
Am I talking to a
You
wall?
read the newspaper in the morning, cup of coffee, donut? What? You don't? That just won't do. What epic thing has transpired today? You'll never believe it. You can read it whenever, wherever, and with no effort at all. Yes, it's the Wonder Log. Put it to good use. And by the way, let's let the fact that I'm in the wall be our little secret, okay?
It sounds like the developers just didn't really feel like modeling another character for this scene, which I don't really know why they did it to begin with. Like,
well then,
just give me the Wonder Log. Scrapbook of articles brought to you by the Wonder Press. Trace your footsteps. So the Wonder Log is just what? It's just the synopsis, which all it does is talk about our adventure. So why wasn't this available from the beginning? You know, it's weird. It's a weird choice there, Tales Games. But anyway, like Symphonia and Abyss, they're available from the beginning. It's just a synopsis.
You hear about the Blastia in the lower quarter?
How it broke and we did nothing about it.
Yes, I heard something about it breaking and them collecting money to fix it.
They're so like detached that they don't even know what's going on.
That's right. I hear that lot went so far as to sell their treasures to save up the money. Treasures, sir? Worthless junk. Nothing more. They wouldn't have gotten more than 1 gold for them. Not even 1 gold? I can't
That's
imagine
rude.
what sort of treasures those would have to be. I'd like to have a look myself. I'm telling you, nothing but junk.
Listen to those guys. Poor Hanks. Can't really argue with them about the junk thing, though.
How's it feel to get taken out by a rock? You have armor on.
Who's there?
These are the worst guards ever. But plot requires us to just be able to walk through this door, so...
The value of junk. You're worth less than junk yourself.
Oh, sick burn.
Repeat. Can you find the trail? So they've been taking Blastia cores from here too. Looks like somebody's got some sticky fingers.
Uh-oh. There's more to this story.
That's the royal quarter for you. A few Blastia cores go missing, and no one even makes a fuss. When just one is enough to throw the lower quarter into chaos. If they got cores to spare, they could stand to give us some. Found it.
So I guess we're going that way. So, we have another skit. It's called Nobles.
Looks like the nobles are living the sweet life as usual. The lower quarter's right there. They still don't give a damn. It's not their loss, so what do they care? They should act,
this is a bad game.
Noble. Not just dress nice and hide in their mansions.
They said damn twice. This is a bad game, rated T. So one other thing that I kind of wanted to talk about real quick is that every Tales game has it's it's called Tales of Vesperia, but it also has like a subtitle, kind of like Tales. What is this? Tales title or something. For instance, Tales of Symphonia is like, it's called Tales of Symphonia, but it's also what is it? The Strength to Protect RPG. It's always something like that where it's like the something RPG, and that's kind of like it kind of just talks about the themes of the game. Symphonia, I think, was the Strength to Protect RPG, and I have no clue what any of the other ones are off the top of my head. I could look it up and we could talk about it maybe next episode, but I know for a fact that Vesperia's is To Enforce One's Justice RPG, which talks about kind of the themes of the game. It kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier about how Yuri kind of tends to take things into his own hands when he sees an injustice, and that's kind of something that's a huge theme with this game, and that's one of the things that makes Yuri kind of like the best main character in Tales games, and why you should make it into Smash. You hear me, Sakurai? Put this character in Smash. We don't need Lloyd, we need Yuri. Yuri's actually the most popular character
This is where he lives.
in Japan.
Doesn't seem like there's anyone around.
Looks like we can do a B&E.
I wonder if there's any other way in.
If you know what I'm talking about, right? A B&E. Sneak around the side, bust out some windows, and we enter.
Is it open? Can I get in this way? I know Mordio is hiding here somewhere.
Let's find him. Let's see. It's awfully quiet. Magic lens. I already bought 10 of them, so. Let's just go upstairs. I guess it's like so quiet. It's so strange. Be very quiet. We're hunting Mordios. There's gotta be at least an open window.
That must
Ah.
be.
Looks suspicious.
Found him.
It's definitely what we're looking for.
You were Mordio, right?
He's also a ninja, apparently. Just whipping out smoke bombs.
Good boy. What the? The Blastia core is gone.
How did he manage that?
Let's go and get that core back. And give that mage a whooping while we're at it.
Let's do it. I think it's about time. It's about time we go throw hands. Oh. I forgot about this.
Yuri, so it is you who are the cause of all this commotion.
I love this dude's face.
I know he's poor, but breaking into an aristocrat's house? My, how the mighty have fallen.
Just what I needed. Tweedle A and Tweedle B.
Just what is a Tweedle anyway? There's no hope of escape. We've got you surrounded.
You guys are gonna be like that, really?
Does it look like I'm trying to escape? See, it's stuff like that that keeps you guys from getting promoted.
You did not just say that!
I say, you take that back.
Enough beating around the bush, I guess.
So here's our battle tutorial. Let's see.
Stand back, Autocore. I'll handle this. In the name of the Imperial Knights.
Oh, I just realized why he calls them Tweedle A and Tweedle B. Atacor and Bacchus. That makes more sense. Otherwise, he would say Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Good name of the Imperial Knights. Peons, I say, should stand back.
You're the peon.
No, I say, I am your superior.
They're both really annoying.
I appreciate the sentiment, guys, but let's cut the cat fight and get on with it.
So it's going to teach us some basic stuff. Move forward and backwards. Jump with Y. Easy enough. Target using R. Okay. Move towards targeted. Yeah, okay. So this game is it's an action RPG, but it uses this system that they call like the linear motion battle system or whatever it's called, where you're essentially fighting on a 2D plane, but it takes place in 3D space. So I can target whoever I want, but once I target them, I can only run forward and backwards like 2D. But there are skills that let you do free run in 360, but we'll get those later. Other games kind of focus more, like Vesperia focuses more on 3D. But anyway, move freely. Oh, we can do it from the start? Okay, never mind. So we can move. We can move freely, but once we stop free running, it goes back to being 2D.
Hey, let's go. You ready?
I am your superior.
Nay, Focus. You are, I say, clearly my subordinate.
Focus.
I just gotta whack these guys a little.
So I'll show a little bit of the action. Regular attack is B. Yeah, that makes sense. You can also perform attack with B while moving. So you have normal attack, which is a 3-hit. You have up, down, which is 4-hit, and then you have forward, which is a different 3-hit. And you can kind of combo these. So I can go normal, down, normal, normal, forward, down, normal, normal, up, up, normal, normal. You know, whatever you want to do. Down, up, forward. So anyway, and then you have an attack where you can, while free running, it's kind of like a dash attack. So you have a dash attack, but it's usually always really slow, and I don't really like using it unless you catch somebody on, like, in the back or something. But you can end combos with it, but it's really slow. You got to make sure you don't get blocked. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Yeah, you can get like a 6-hit combo max. So that's fun. Target will switch. Yep.
Ow!
There, how'd that make you feel?
You hurt?
How dare you? Hitting someone in the middle of an argument is hardly proper manners.
Didn't you hear me when I said, you ready? Or were you not listening?
Damn it!
Oh, brother.
You stop right there!
Does it look like I'm running?
You be quiet!
Oops,
Don't talk to me like that. Ah, shit. I forgot to do it. But Y is blocked.
Whoa, come on, give me a break.
Ooh! I say, how dare you block my art?
Why is his helmet shaking like that?
Calm down. If you can use strike arts here, then I can too.
There we go. Azure Edge, which is my basic one. If this was Smash, this would be my neutral special. Anyway.
Let's try that again. This next one's gonna hurt.
Perform combo by using regular attack, followed by arts attack. So there you go. You can combo. Yeah, that you can cancel your super laggy dash attack with a special move, which is the only thing really that saves it from being really, really bad. So you can get an 8-hit combo right off the start, which is fun. It doesn't really combo. Well, it does combo. Yeah, 500 damage. Not bad.
You're not giving up already, are you?
I say, Imperial Knights never give up.
You have yet to see our true power.
Oh god. You guys gonna go Super
This next
Saiyan?
time's for real, guys.
That's my line, I say.
That's right off the bat. Gonna hit them with a magic lens. Oh, you can carry more than 10. So this just gives me the stats. Level 5 gives me the HP. And then... Whoops. Whoops. It's gonna free run a little bit. These guys are actually kind of annoying because they attack. Fuck. Oh, didn't mean to do that. These guys are actually kind of annoying because they attack together. I'm just kind of get some distance so I can use the magic lens on the other guy. There we go. I just gotta get used to these controls because I'm used to playing on PlayStation controller. Let me not corner myself like an idiot. I'm going to take myself off of semi-auto for now. I'm going manual. So the mode's right here, up at the top. It's kind of just a control mode. Auto means completely CPU automated, like I don't have to do anything. Manual means I do literally everything. And semi-auto, the only difference is that if you're out of range of an attack, you'll automatically move within range. And it's kind of helpful if you don't feel like spacing anything. But for spellcasters and characters with any sort of long-range attacks, you probably want to be in manual mode because you want to control your distance. Which is what I kind of want to do. Because I kind of just want to cheese these guys out. Not gonna lie. Ow. See? Because they can... let me just cheese him out. Whoops. You can also... going into semi-auto will prevent you from using a move the wrong way as well. But if you're in manual mode, you have no luxury. No such luxury. Oh god. Yeah, they kind of like stagger their attacks, so they're actually kind of annoying to deal with. Is he almost dead? 800. You get a couple more of these in, and then I'll hit him with a combo. Yeah, that's good enough. Ow. There we go. You also get, so you have HP and you have TP. Which is very standard for Tales games. TP, you lose TP when you use attacks, special attacks. But you also gain it back. You gain 1 TP back for every successful physical hit you land. So, if you just keep battling and don't use arts, that's a relatively reliable way to heal back your TP. This guy's a lot of HP. Oh. Just have to stab him through the heart real quick.
I'm giving you some extra practice. Come on, guys. You can do better than that, can't you? Looks like I won't be catching up with that carriage anytime soon.
So pay attention that these guys are a different unit, a different fleet, because they're wearing different clothes than the other two guys that I just fought. Different colors, at least.
Typical of the Schwann Brigade. They can't even manage to capture a single lowlife.
He's voiced by Liam O'Brien, who is known. He's got a lot of anime roles, but I know him most as Gaara from Naruto. He voices Kumor.
Kumor? I say, our apologies for this unsightly display.
I'm afraid the Imperial Knights have no use for you low-born scum.
Please, don't let Sir Schwann know about this, sir.
I can't believe our taxes go to paying these guys.
Uh-oh.
There he is.
I say, that tops it all. Abandoned by his faithful pooch.
Well, you've had a busy day, haven't you, Mr. Yuri Lowell? I'm rather busy myself, but I suppose I can afford to play with you for a while. Gentlemen!
I like Kumor's, like, little crotch piece that he's got. It reminds me of, like, the female armor, like, meme, where it's, like, the girls only have, like, the thong bikini and bra armor. It's kind of like that, you know, for Kumor. It's like, you gotta protect what really matters.
It's rats like you that make Flynn's job so difficult.
Flynn, a little suffering is just what that upstart lieutenant needs.
Uh-oh, there's some little infighting here.
When you've finished with him, throw him in the prison as usual. 10 days or so ought to teach him a lesson.
I'm honestly surprised they didn't cast Stephen Blum for this character, for him to put on that, like, Gurren Lagann, Liron, or Orochimaru voice for this character, because he's obviously, like, effeminate, at least in design. I don't know really if he's supposed to be, but I'm getting beat up apparently.
So like I was saying, The thief made off with a priceless treasure from that noble's mansion.
I know. Then he was caught and the loot was returned, right?
No, see, that's just nobility trying to keep things quiet. The treasure in the mansion right now is a fake.
You're pulling my leg.
Hey, you didn't hear it from me, Bob. The Dark Wings are going nuts looking for the hideout.
You mean the Thieves Guild? That's enough out of you. Almost mealtime.
Hey, neighbor, you're awake, right? You gotta be getting tired from keeping so quiet.
You think
So
that
who's
little
this
story
mysterious
all by
Joker?
yourself, old man? You must have plenty of time on your hands.
Old man? Now you've gone and hurt this old man's feelings. Besides, I didn't make up nothing. I've got eyes and ears the world over digging up information for me.
Sure you do, old man.
Hey, I am what I am. Go ahead and ask me something. I'll tell you whatever you want to know. Want to know about the Pirate Guild's sunken treasure? How about the sorcerer who makes his home at the ends of the earth? Or wait, I've got it.
I just want to know how to get out of here.
Well, I'm not sure what you're in for, but they'll let you out if you keep your trap shut for 10 days.
The lower quarter will be underwater by then.
The lower quarter? Ah, yeah, I heard about that.
I wonder how they're all doing right now.
Sorry, neighbor. That's one piece of dirt I don't have.
And what am I gonna do about that damn Mordio?
The Mordio? You mean to say you've got connections to the famed mage from Ospio, the city of scholars?
Do you know about him?
Oh, wanna know, huh? I'm afraid that information won't come cheap.
What's your
Famed
offer?
mage from Ospio, the city of scholars, right? I think I got it.
Well, wait, that's not it. He's the head of the Gourmet Guild. No, wait, it's the,
Yuri, like, easily outsmarts everybody, like, so quickly. Oh, who's this guy? He seems important.
Out.
Oh, well. Just when things were getting good.
Hurry up. What is Commandant Alexei doing here?
Alexei.
Whoa! Just who are you anyway? And what does the head of the Knights want with you?
Beneath the statue of the goddess.
What are you doing? I said hurry up.
All right, easy. I'm coming.
I did say I was looking for a way out of here.
Pretty easy. A key received from a stranger. This could get me out of prison. So here we are, back in jail. Let's check out this skit.
Back again. Man, I was just in here last month for fighting some knights collecting taxes. I guess I get free meals out of it, if you can call it food. Damn, Cumor's made this way more complicated than it needed to be.
Alright, so I think this is a good place to end the first episode. I'm going to try and keep... It's so quiet. I'm going to try and keep these episodes relatively short. Like, this one's long because there's just so much to talk about in the beginning of the game. But I'm going to try and keep these episodes contained to... I got an apple gel. Contained to, like, segments, I guess. So the next episode will kind of be like a jailbreak segment. We'll try to get our way out of this dungeon. Let's just hit that save point.
Would you look at that? It opened.
I mean, that's kind of how keys work.
Ever vigilant as usual. With the way he's sleeping, it'll be a while before anyone notices I'm gone. If I come back before morning, they'll never be wiser to my little jailbreak.
He actually plans on coming back, which is kind of funny.
I can check on the lower quarter and make it back by morning. It'd probably be good to try that statue of the goddess, too.
Alright. We can also go in here. There's even a little toilet. Didn't know that. But anyway, let's go ahead and give this a save. Played for 45 minutes just to get to this point. Oh, man. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. This is going to be a fun playthrough. I'm excited. This is like one of my favorite games. There's so much to talk about with this game, too. So I'm just going to take my time, talk about like things like design wise and plot wise, and I'll just kind of give my raw opinions on things as they come up. From what I remember, there's a lot of really good characters in this game. There's a lot of really good dialogue and themes in this game, and I can't wait to kind of like see everybody again after like 10 years. Well, it really hasn't been 10 years, but after after so long of not playing this game. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, anything you need to do to stay as funky fresh as humanly possible. And as always, I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.